Johnston. The race gets underway then. Looks like a good start from Andy Hiley from pole position, which is on the outside here at Silverstone. He sweeps into the lead of the race. Paul Collingwood second. It's Rob Johnston up to third, with Landon not too well away. The Ma7das are getting away now as well. I can see one of them not getting away particularly well, but it is the 55 car from the outside that has come through. Simon Court it is then that has taken the lead of the race there. Eddie Moyer it was that was in second position, championship, champion already. Oh, and there's been problems, and one of them is for Paul Collingwood. The championship contender is off the circuit, so he's been involved in something down at Beckett's at the first lap. He's dropped right to the back of the field.
Johnston involved in that as well, in the Sienna, the orange one.
He was. Paul Boyd there coming through the order as well in the number 17 car. So Paul Collingwood now with quite a bit of work to do. Where is Andy Hiley in all of this? We'll try and pick that up. Is he still out there at the front? There is Johnston. There is Landon. The 27 car going strongly in the early stages of the race, as well as Andrew Hayward from Class B. But there is Paul Boyd. He's been a multiple race winner in the past in sports specials. So it's Landon and Nat and Jonathan Lister has spun as well now, so he's stopped out on the circuit as well. Just as well, he wrapped up the championship at the previous meeting. There's Andy Hiley with a huge lead over the rest of the field. He's got the length of the Hamilton straight over Hiley in Landon in second position. Problems there as well for the number 18 car. That's Colin Benham, CB Fury. That was out in the Burkitt Relay as well yesterday, so maybe this has proved a race too much for its season. Paul Collingwood trying to recover some ground there. Marcus is ahead. Now Stuart Thompson, who was champion in the past as well.
Yes, that's right. Well, what a dramatic first lap we've had, and we've got the Siennas there running in, what are they, about third and fifth or something like that. Didn't lose a lot of ground, in fact. 82, Rob Johnston, who went off in that incident with Paul Collingwood, and he's charging back after his sort of teammate, if you like. It's very, very twitchy out there through Aintree onto the Wellington Straight. But as of Hiley, there is no sign. He's so far ahead. Here comes Rob Johnston down the inside of the 27 car.
Which is Andrew Hayward, the Class B leader, who's had a tremendous start to this race. Yeah. He was up in third place. So there is Hiley at the end of lap one. And it's not a stopwatch that we need to measure the gap between the first two. It's a calendar. It's going to be almost Halloween by the time we see Anton Landon arrive through Woodcote Corner, if he does at all. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Ma7das. A great battle going on
what's
there.
Going round?
A spin for 35, which is David Winter. Well, no, it's the winter of our discontent. He's got back onto the circuit, is just ahead of the Ginetta G12 replica. Andy Hiley's lead at the end of lap 1, 16 seconds, and one of the MEVs has stopped now.
Is that Sylvia Much? 79?
That is not. It is, yes, it is Sylvia Much. And now another problem for Paul Collingwood. He's off the road at Copse. So I think that's probably his championship hope over, because he's had a rotten first lap or so.
No Clive Hudson this week?
No.
Home soil.
No.
No, and he had a couple of fantastic races earlier in the year, I saw.
Paul Collingwood was seventh at the end of the first lap. Eddie Moyer was leading the Ma7das from Lucas Batt in second and Simon Court in third position. So we'll try and pick out what's going on with the Ma7das as the race is going on. In fact, there's Jonathan Lister. He's had the engine cover off. He's putting the engine cover back on again. I wonder what the issue was with his TSR prepared Mazda 7. We can see the timing tower now on our screens as well. So watching cars coming through Stoke Corner here. Here's Collingwood. So he had lost quite a few places there, hadn't he? This is a battle between the two who are second and third in the championship in the Ma7das. Number 99 Martin Shelton and 37 Ben Powney. Ben Powney was racing a Formula Ford at Brands Hatch yesterday, travelling up the M1 to Silverstone to take part in the Ma7 race.
And he's done F1 1000 as well. He's had a busy old year, but they're very close. The Ma7das, the Ma7s, some great tussling all the way down. But you can see this typically they're cutting into some of the sports specials as well. Stuart Much up to 11th place with that rebuilt front suspension on his MEV.
Yep, so watching this battle, it's 16th and 17th overall. It was at the beginning of the lap.
He's second in class, much to Mickey Scott,
yes,
his teammate, another protagonist.
Yes, that's right. Which probably would be enough for him to wrap up the championship, providing he can bring the car
37.
home.
Ben Powney's just come past Martin Shelton as they went through into the loop.
It looks like it might be Shelton that gets it back, though, as they come through Aintree. They were just behind Trevor Harbour's Caterham as well. There you can see them just coming on to the Wellington straight in the background, and yet it's Shelton that's gone back through. Up ahead, you just saw a shot of the 166 car. There he is, Lucas Batt. He's running in second place within the Ma7da 7s, and he's really come on strong as this season has developed. Ran strongly, I think, in the last meeting at Brands Hatch, which was a couple of months ago now.
29.94 seconds is the gap between first and second. That's absolutely unbelievable.
He might lap the field at this rate.
Whoa, yeah.
Maybe a little exaggeration, but he's going to get well into the traffic, I would think, before the end. Andy Hiley. His first flying lap was a 2:24. Anthony Landon's first flying lap was a 2:37. So quite a discrepancy between them. Paul Collingwood is 11th at the end of lap 2. So it was 7th, dropped back, has gained some places back to 11th place, but he is an awful long way behind the race leader Andy Hiley as things stand. Probably about 45 seconds or so, something like that, which isn't boding well for his chance in this
Rick
race.
Lanier, he's been out in Formula V this year, hasn't he?
Yes.
And he's in the mid-pack.
First time in a sports car, yes.
In number 24.
Yeah, we're watching Paul Collingwood come through, and he's going past the Stuart Much car, which isn't on the timing screen, so that's a slight mystery. So maybe there's a transponder issue there, maybe a legacy of the accident that he had
I don't think
this
it was.
morning.
I didn't see it attached to the damaged wishbone, but
But anyway, we'll see what happens as far as that's concerned. Great battling in the Ma7das. We're watching the 25 car there, which is David Bowen, and he's got behind him number 34, Matt Grow, another driver that's converted from the low costs. Sam McKee there, you can see in the number 21 car as well, long-time BMW racer in road sports and other categories as well.
see one of them is wearing the livery of the 1991 Le Mans winning Ma7da.
Yeah, that's McKee. That's McKee there.
It's not Johnny Herbert anyway.
Not as far as we know. But a good scrap going on here. The 24 car, you can see, was that of Rick Lanier. This a battle for class position. Neil Turner in 66, the Caterham. He is the Sports Specials champion this year, and he is right with Andrew Hayward now for 4th place overall in the lead of Class B as they come on to the Wellington straight. You can see the Turner red Caterham has got road plates on the back.
Yeah, it's got a real turn of speed, and he was very quick through the corner, but he doesn't have the aero in a straight line. Can he outbrake Hayward into Brooklands? He can. He just sails through an open door. Has to correct the steering on the exit, of course, but doing a grand job. 66 there. That's Neil Turner. Upper place then. That's going to put him into 4th overall.
Hiley's pulled out another 11.5 seconds on the lap, 39 seconds now the lead over Anton Landon in 2nd. Rob Johnston another 6 seconds behind Landon in 3rd, and then that battle 4th place just going across the line now, you could see. Meanwhile, a bit further back, that's Trevor Harbour's Caterham being passed by the 24 car of Rick Lanier, I think. 34 there is Matt Grow. There's been some shuffling of the order on this 3rd lap of the race. How long have we got to go? 6.5 minutes left.
Yes, it's a great scrap, and that's what 6 of them through who would get together.
Down to Cops. And so that the battle between 35, 34, 24 I should say, and 171, which is Daniel Court. Some of the drivers having 1s appended to their numbers to distinguish themselves from similarly numbered cars within the other class. Sweeping their way through right and left. So 34 car at the head of this group is Matt Grow. Just behind is Sam McKee. And side by side we've got the 25 car of David Bowen and the 171 of Daniel Court, who is getting ahead just about through the sweepers at Beckett, but they're now going to come on to the hangar straight.
Yeah, he's not quick enough out of the corner. He's just compromised himself there, I think, a little. But 21 there is going well. Sam McKee in behind 34. Matt Grow.
Down to Stowe Corner they come then. The 179 car we could see in there as well. That was Ayrton Rogers in his Ma7da 7, the driver from Exeter. Leading cars way ahead, of course, but watching the 47 car there, which is Lewis Penstone Smith in the Union flag livery. He was making his way past Trevor Harbour's Caterham, I think just about into the top 22 cars therefore as well. Watching the 166 car, that is Lucas Batt, and he has got Simon Court right behind him now, so that's a battle for position in between them. They've got the MEV of Mickey Scott as well, and they're now right together, that battle for second in the Mazdas.
Stuart Much appears to have caught his teammate. The two eclipses, 17 going around 11 there, and that's Paul Boyd back past Paul Collingwood.
Yeah, Collingwood trying to fight his way through the field after his various dramas in the first lap and a bit. This is for 8th and 9th overall, I think, unless they've got past Stuart Thompson's Caterham, which they may well have done there.
47.7 seconds, first to second now, with how much time left on the clock? Got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
A couple of laps, isn't it?
Don't have a lap record for these cars. It's the first time the Sports Specials Championship is raced on this particular Grand Prix layout. So getting lots of lap records during the course of the day. Good battle is between Paul Boyd and Paul Collingwood. Boyd's not done the full season, but always over many seasons now has been a front runner in that eclipse, but he spins it there. Car got out of shape in the exit of the corner, and he's just punched the front part of the car in the gravel there, and he might not be able to get out of that unaided, I fear. With 3.5 minutes of the race left to go. There's Andy Hiley, our race leader, just to remind you what his car looks like, the Kronos, because he is so far ahead. 48 seconds very nearly at the end of 4 laps of racing. And
he evolved this from the old Tadek concept, didn't he, they had before. And Andy Hiley, tremendous drivers, always at the sharp end.
Problems there for the 25 car, that is David Bowen, so he's picked up some damage. Also coming in is the number 2 car of Colin Marshall, as we've lost any pictures on our screen. There we are, there's Colin Marshall heading down the pit lane in his Mazda 7 as well, so he is out of the race as well. 3 minutes of the race left to go, and it's Andy Hiley still leading. He's just come through to complete lap 5 now. Yet to see anyone else coming through to complete that. There is the Marshall's trying to get Paul Boyd out. It's actually the rear wheel in the gravel trap as well, which is not helping. If it wasn't in the gravel, he would probably be able to get that out.
That's staying there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stuart Much has dropped away again. Whatever problem, he had a double lap time put up for him, and that's gone away, but he is down in 17th place by the looks of things in number 7.
Yeah, so behind Mickey Scott within Class C of the Sport Special, which is the relevance for that particular championship. There's another Mazda 7 battle. It's Sam McKee. He's got behind him David Winter, who had that spin at Brooklands earlier on, and also Daniel Court. The Boyd car is out, miraculously.
Great job from the marshals, because that was going nowhere, and he had it in reverse, and you could see the wheels spinning like crazy.
And now spreading the gravel liberally over the circuit. And that one's out of the gravel trap. But he's back into the race, and that's avoided the need for any form of caution, which, as we've seen in the previous races, is a good thing.
55.3 is the lead, with 1.5 minutes to go. Andy Hiley enjoying that over Anton Landon.
In practice this morning, Hiley was about 3.3 seconds faster than Paul Collingwood. But obviously Collingwood might have taken a bit more of a fight to Hiley had things gone his way at the start of the race. There we're watching the number 65 car, that's Martin Hayward, still the Phoenix. There's the leader again, Andy Hiley, who with 58 seconds to go, where is he on the circuit, is probably going to get one more lap here, I would think, 'cause he's just coming on to the Wellington straight now, so he should get one more lap in at the end of this to make it a 7-lap race for the Sports Specials and Mazda 7s.
So he's going to be, I would think, about 1:06 or something ahead of the closest rival, Anton Landon. Bear in mind that Anton Landon and Rob Johnston have been raced in these Siennas for years. They've had some good results too, but not on the pace today.
Last lap board is being prepared, we can see from our commentary box window. David Winter's got himself ahead of Sam McKee now in the Mazda 7 battle, so that is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7th position, I think, in the Mazda 7s. It's still Eddie Moore leading that class. He's got himself up to 7th place overall in the number 77 car. There we're watching the 65 car of Martin Hayward, the silver. And he's got Rick Lanier doing battle with him on his Mazda 7 debut. And Rick Lanier has got through to make up an overall position there at Stoke Corner. There's the 2nd place car, Marcus of Anton Landen, the Sienna.
Yes, named after an African moth. And it's not thriving in these conditions today, that's for sure. Running 2nd, but it doesn't look as though it's particularly grippy out there. And I think bringing it home is the actual... is the aim now.
Yeah, that's right, and he's hoping to do so in 2nd place. He's 7.5 seconds of the other Sienna, the Rob Johnston car. I think Rob bowing out, seem to remember him saying at the beginning of the season, at the end of this year.
Yep.
So a nice way to finish on the Grand Prix circuit at Silverstone.
Appear to get a lot of bang for your buck in the Mazda 7s, that's for sure. And nicely turned out one of those, and some slipstreaming practice should be well away.
101 was Ian Deeves, we just saw on camera there, as we're watching Andy Hiley sweeping his way through the right-hander at Abbey, then through the left-hander at Farm, up towards the hairpin at Village, tight right-hander, which then follows into the tight left-hander at the Loop. And then through Aintree and back towards us. Again, momentarily lost pictures there, but we've got them back now. And he's just lapped the Trevor Harbour Caterham by the looks of it. And he's going to be sort of lapping that battle in the mid-Mazda pack, including the likes of number 34, Matt Grove there. He's going to go past one of the Mazda's, the Mevs towards the end of the race, Gerard O'Donoghue's car as well. The clock's counted down to 0 though, so Andy Hiley coming through Luffield now, the double apex right-hander for the final time. He does indeed put a lap on the Mev, and he is going to accelerate his way out of Luffield through Woodcote Corner towards the finish line where the checkered flag will be waiting. There it is, Andy Hiley wins the penultimate round of the FreakyParts Sport Specials Championship. He moves another step closer to the Class A Championship as well. Meanwhile, Andy Hiley, well, he's only just coming through Farm and down towards the Village hairpin in 2nd place.
And you can see how much he throttled back, Andy Hiley, in last lap of 2:33.5, which was kind of best part of 10 seconds away from the best lap of the race at 2:24.8. But nobody else is anywhere close over the course of the race. Have improved to within miles of that. 2:24.8. Next quickest is probably a 35, I should think.
We just saw Lucas Batt have a spin there. Now he was 3rd in Class B, but he may well have lost. Sorry, not Class B, the Mazda 7 class, but he may well have lost that now to Simon Court, who was only a fraction of a second behind him at the start of the lap. Meanwhile, here comes Anton Landen through. He's going to take 2nd place in the Sport Specials and 2nd place within Class A as well. He's just going through Luffield now, accelerating his way towards Woodcote Corner. And he will take the checker flag and finishes in 2nd place. Paul Boyd. I was just confused there by what I saw on my screen, but it's only Landen that's come through a minute 5 seconds behind in 2nd place. Martin Shelton, we can see on screen there at the moment, the sort of blue and pink Mazda 7 coming towards us. Now he, I think, is going to take 2nd place within the Mazda 7 class. We've not seen our leader, number 77, Eddie Moore, at all during the course of this race, I don't think, which is remarkable. In the meantime, Rob Johnson has come home 3rd, Paul Collingwood 4th, Neil Turner 5th, Andrew Haywardick. Eddie Moore has now won the Mazda 7s. He's come through. This is the 2nd place car in Mazda 7s. There is Eddie Moore, number 77, having won the race in 7th place overall. 8th will be Stuart Thompson. 9th, I think, will be Mickey Scott. Yes, he is. And rounding out the top 10, Martin Shelton got ahead of Mickey Scott on the last lap in actual fact. So Martin Shelton was 9th, taking 2nd in the Mazda 7 class. 58, Mickey Scott was 10th. And Simon Court, 55, was 3rd of the Mazda 7s. There's Eddie Moyer. He takes the plaudits in the Mazda 7s. We didn't see much of him because he did clear off a little bit. He won that class by 20 seconds or thereabouts. Enjoying these conditions, the Lincolnshire farmer. And he has dominated proceedings really in that 7-lap race for the FreakyParts Sports Specials Championship and the Aim Shop Ma7da Championship. They have another race as well later on this afternoon at around about 25 to 4 this afternoon, and of course mindful of the fact it'll be getting dark about 4:30 this afternoon since we changed the clocks yesterday, so we're hoping for a good prompt finish to our timetable. There's Anton Landon showing his appreciation to the marshals on the slowing down lap as well, and he's had a pretty strong season, the last couple of seasons really, in the championship. Let's have a look at the classification of that race then. Andy Hiley, number 53, it was that took the win. He completed 7 laps, and he did that a minute and 5 seconds faster than anybody else, because second was number 64, Anton Landon in the Sienna. Third was number 82, Rob Johnson, another Sienna. Fourth, number 11, Paul Collingwood in the Eclipse. And fifth place, number 66, Neil Turner. He won Class B. He's already the Sports Specials champion. Sixth, number 27, Andrew Hayward. Seventh, number 77, Eddie Moore, who was the best of the Ma7das. Eighth was number 1, Stuart Thompson, third in Class B. Ninth, number 99, Martin Shelton, second in Class B. 10th, number 58, Mickey Scott, first in Class C. 11th, number 55, Simon Court, who was third in Class C. Further back, Stuart Much was second of the MEVs, and Gerard O'Donoghue in 27 was the third of the MEVs. In between them, lots of
Ma7das,
as you can see on screen there.
I think that in recovering, Stuart Much got the best lap in the race for his class, the MEVs, and that might help him in that battle with Mickey Scott. Mickey Scott got the most points, but will be narrowed down again by that fastest lap.
Yeah, we'll be computing the points over the whatever brief lunch break that we have before the Club Enduro race. We've got one more race to come before the lunch break though, and that is going to be for the Bike Sports and the Sports 1000s. But first of all, let's head down to Josh Barrett in the pit lane, and we'll see who he's got to talk to this time.
So we're back down in the pit lane after that race with our race winner from the Protect Shock Sports Specials. A dominant win for Andy Hiley, who's just having a word, I think, with one of his mechanics after that victory. And we're trying to catch up with the class winners and the Ma7 front runners as well. Andy Hiley's just taken his helmet off after another win in the championship, which helps his championship class championship aim. Well done, and you may not know this, you won by over a minute, which is that your biggest ever winning margin?
Possibly, yeah, possibly, yes. I chose the wets, believe it or not, and clearly they worked and the dries didn't. Yeah. When I went to the grid, I thought, I think I might have chose wrong here, but no, I chose right.
Tell us a bit about the conditions using these tyres.
Well, they just work as long as they don't get too hot. They work in the dry. Yeah. So if it's a cold day, they seem to work. So cold and damp, maybe it was the right choice.
Using all those years of experience.
Well, I'm shooting myself in the foot plenty of times before. Yes.
Enjoying being able to drive on the full Grand Prix circuit today?
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, wonderful circuit. Yeah, really enjoying it.
When was the last time you raced around here?
The last time I drove the Grand Prix circuit was probably 15, 20 years ago. It's that long ago.
So you had to remind yourself, and I guess it was different then as well.
Yeah, well, it was basically the same,
okay.
Yeah. It's just I had to remind myself about the Beckett's complex.
Yeah,
there.
fast round there.
Yeah, very fast, yeah. Surprisingly quick.
Well, well done your win and good luck later on.
Thank you.
So there's Andy Hiley after that dominant victory in the Protect Shocks Sports Specials Championship. We're trying to catch up. Let's go with our Ma7 winner because Eddie's took his helmet off. Well done, Eddie. A pretty dominant performance in the Ma7s, but of course you had so many other cars to overtake.
Yeah, it was. I didn't think we were going to catch up to them as quick as we did, but I think we got the setup right straight away and caught them up quite quickly. So, yeah, no, well happy with the result, and hopefully we're starting from pole again so we can make it another one.
Tell us a bit about the conditions for you.
It was still wet in a few places. There's a few wet spots out there on a few of the apexes. Sort of the first lap was very much more of a finding your feet, and then as you came further and further along through the race, you sort of started taking it tighter and tighter and building a bit more pace up in the car. So, yeah, no, really good.
Obviously, you've not done so much racing this year, so glad to come back at the end of the season and get a win.
Yeah, over the moon. It's like I say, we came here we're not in the championship, so we're here just to have a bit of fun, and to get a win is I'm over the moon with it. So yeah, not much more. Can I just dedicate this win to my late grandfather that died on Thursday? This is for him this afternoon, and I'd like to thank all the team at TSR as well. but this one's for my grandpa from Thursday.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Neil's not getting his card. You're going to make me come down here, Neil. A class win and the championship one as well, so congratulations.
Yes, absolutely fantastic. It feels brilliant.
And
Really does.
you had Andrew to get past, which sort of after a couple of laps you managed to do.
Yeah, he was driving the socks off that car. It was he had it on all shapes and sizes. But yeah, we just sort of bided my time, kept my head down, and just stayed on the black stuff.
I know you told me a bit before about it, but tell us about this car and when you last raced it before this year.
Oh my goodness, I bought this 8 months old in about 1995. Raced it with a 750 club for several years. Retired it for over 20 years, and it's just come out of hibernation this year. So with its driver, so it's just fantastic, and just proves you're never too old, and just give it a go.
Well done on the win and well done on the championship this year. I think we've got time to carry on. We've got Mickey over here with the Class C winner in Sports Specials. Mickey, you had Stuart not that far away, but you managed to keep ahead of him.
No, well, he buggered up in qualifying, didn't he? So he didn't start where he should, and his car's a bit bent. And I got a good start. A few cars went off, and I was like, oh hell. And then it was like, well, I got back on track, and it was squirmy. I made loads of mistakes. I had it sideways more than straight. And I saw Stuart come up behind me. I thought, no. And then managed to get a few of these low costs between us, or not low costs, the Ma7das. Just managed to maintain a gap. And it was slidey. I mean, I was trying everything, but you know, these guys were getting in the mix, so it was good fun.
Well done on your class win. Let's carry on. We've got Martin second in the Ma7da 7s, and you had a good battle to get there.
Yeah, it was a bit odd with all these other cars. They're just getting in the way. And yeah, it's hard to get past someone because they're faster in a straight line, but we're better at corner speed. But yeah, it's hard work, and it's knowing where you are as well. I knew there was someone in front, but I didn't know how many. So yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
Well done on second place anyway. And then the last person to speak to is Simon. Simon, third place in the Ma7da 7s. Again for you, lots of cars to get past, but a good result.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with that. I mean, the car's absolutely bulletproof. I think I had 3 bits of contact in that race with Sports Specials. It's a bit of carnage, but no, enjoyed that. Really good fun.
And hopefully a dry circuit later might make things a bit easier.
No, I actually like these conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I much prefer these conditions. Some of my best results are in sort of mixed drying conditions. So.
But well done on the podium.
Thank you very much.
So there's the 6 drivers from the 2 championships there. More racing though coming up next, which is for the 750 Motor Club Bike Sports Championship and the Absolute Alignment Sports 1000s.